Hey everybody, welcome to Jacob's Quest, and today we got a brand new trailer for Dune. Now we've gotten a trailer for this movie before. I don't know if it was like technically a first teaser or first look or whatever they want to call it. But you know, obviously the pandemic caused this movie, along with many others, to shift around. So this is our first new trailer of Dune for whenever it comes out. So we're gonna go ahead and watch this, and then we'll talk about Dune. But I will say this first: Dune is not a franchise that I know a whole lot about. I know the bare basics, but really nothing else. I don't know the plot of the actual books. I know yeah, it's something about spice. There's a sand planet with worms. Anyways, so let's go ahead and watch this, and then we'll talk about it. It's very pretty looking.
Planet Arrakis is so beautiful when the sun is low.
Okay.
Rolling over the sands, you can see spice in the air.
This is like a perfume commercial.
The outsiders ravage our lands in front of our eyes.
Okay.
Their cruelty to my people is
Dave
all I can
Bautista.
What's to become of our world?
Paul. His name's Paul.
A boy.
Hey, Duncan, can I trust you with something?
Yes, always. You know that.
I've been having dreams about a girl on Arrakis. I don't know what it means.
Dreams make good stories. But everything important happens when we're awake. Look at you. Put on some muscle?
I did?
No.
Okay. Okay.
There is no call we do not answer. There is no faith that we
That was
betray.
interesting.
Smile, Gurney.
I am smiling.
Were they holograms or something?
Us to
Or?
bring peace to Arrakis. House Atreides accepts.
I know you. There's something awakening in my mind.
You need to face your fears.
Okay.
Come with me.
October. That's when it comes out.
You never met Harkonnens before. They're not
Whoa.
human. They're brutal.
What was that?
The Duke's son sees too much.
This is my Dune. Kill them all.
God in heaven.
Get everything with guns off the ground. Go!
This is an extermination. They're picking my family off one by one.
Let's fight like demons.
Dad, what if I'm not the future of House Atreides?
A
Oh,
great man doesn't
okay.
seek to lead.
There's the sandworm that I know of.
But if your answer is no, you'll still be the only thing I ever needed you to be. My son. If anything happens, will you protect Paul?
With my life.
Okay.
Together, can we stand a chance?
I still need to figure out what those. It's like when they fight, they vibrate or something. I don't know.
It's time.
Huh. Okay. October 22nd. Okay. That was a lot. I'll say that as someone who is not very familiar with the franchise, and I only know some of the iconography from it, I can say that was a lot to try and absorb all at once, which might end up being this movie's maybe their biggest obstacle that the movie's gonna have to try to hurdle over here, is that you know, I'm someone who, at least I've seen some of the imagery before of Dune, even though I don't know like the actual plot of it. And even for me, that was like, you know, that was just a lot that was thrown at me here. Obviously, you know, it was a 3-minute trailer. That's kind of what it's supposed to do. But if a general audience comes in here who knows even less than I do, and they have to like explain this whole world and what's happening with all this mythology and everything that I just saw, they have to explain all this, it might be difficult to absorb for some people. So here, we're gonna mute it, we're gonna go through some things. Now I don't know if there was some sort of like, they show scenes of them fighting and they're like vibrating and stuff. At first I thought maybe they were like holograms. Yeah, let's see this right here. Let's see. Yeah, okay, this is kind of interesting. Let's see. It's like when they hit each other, they just like glitch out. That's interesting. Maybe it's like a shield that they have on or something. That's pretty cool. That's, you know, it's visually, that's like a cool thing I haven't really seen. That's pretty neat. And yeah, just okay. Very interesting. So some son of one group of people has dreams about this girl in the desert on this other planet, and then there's these other even more evil people that are trying to take it over. That's the gist of what I'm getting here. There was some shots in here. Let's see, I think it was a little bit before this. Yeah, this is what I was looking for. What is going on here? That looks just crazy. Like, are they just torturing all these people, or are these dead people? What? Obviously this seems to be the evil the evil group's place here. I'm not gonna lie, you know what this reminds me a lot of, and you know, it makes sense, but a lot of the imagery of, I'm guessing, the evil group and in this story, it reminds me a lot of very Sith looking things that you've seen. Like if you go look at Legends comics and stuff, a lot of this is very Sithy that I'm looking at here, which that makes sense. You know, obviously Dune was one of several things that inspired Star Wars, because Star Wars, as we all know, is just like a mix mash of like 5 or 6 different things all put together, and Dune was one of those things. So yeah, obviously there's going to be a lot of similarities. I think the story goes that George Lucas even wanted to make a Dune movie before he tried to make Star Wars. He just couldn't get the rights to Dune. I think that's how the story goes. I've never actually looked into that, so I don't know how valid that story actually is. But yeah, this is interesting. You know, my only thing is that, like, along with general audiences, they're gonna just have to really sell me on this universe. There's a lot of people online who are very excited for this movie, and they're all really hyped up, and you know, I'm getting a similar vibe from that fan base as to like when Force Awakens was coming out, you know, like, so I'm getting very similar feelings, that, you know, this is the interesting thing about this, is that like, this is one of the few times where I'm not like on the inside of the fandom, you know. It feels like it's been a while since that's happened, because like they come out with a Terminator or a Jurassic Park or a Marvel, DC, Star Wars, whatever, I'm always like already within the fandom, you know, like I know so much about it and all this stuff, so I'm right there, I'm like excited with everyone else. But this Dune movie is like one of the few things left that's like, okay, I don't know, I'm not part of this, I don't, you know, I'm very much on the outside looking in through the windows, seeing like, okay, everyone's getting all excited about this thing, okay. Interesting. This worm creature, I mean, it looks cool. I don't know if they're gonna kill it or if they're gonna tame the worm, if there's some kind of tribal test that they're gonna end up having to pull off here. But yeah, I know that this is supposed to be a multi-part story. I know it was a series of books, and here's the interesting thing about this, like, what's going on here, because it's like they had a shield, and then, but his shield is, I don't know, he's vibrating red, and that's bad or something, I don't know. And see, these people are vibrating, so yeah, I guess it's just some sort of, I don't know. Yeah, and this right here, the interesting thing is that like most sci-fi things, have them using, like, you know, blasters, laser guns, stuff like that. But here everyone is still fighting with swords, which is interesting because they got spaceships and they have some sort of vibrational shield technology that they all have, and yet they're still running at each other with swords. Kind of weird, right? I don't know, seems kind of funny to me. I did see some people talk about this shot on online, and yes, this is a very the CGI is not so great on this shot. It seems clear that, like, okay, he's not actually wearing this armor. It's like the Iron Man with his helmet open kind of thing. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm gonna check it out. I don't know if this is like a, you know, midnight showing, like I'm gonna be there the night that it opens, the Thursday night, but I'll definitely check it out. I'm curious enough to watch it. And my thing about this, though, and here's again, this is kind of the thing that's worrying me, is that, like, I'm not excited for this movie because of this trailer necessarily, or any of the merchandise that I've seen, or any of the marketing or anything like that. I'm excited for this movie because of the way that I've seen other people reacting, the excitement that other people are feeling. That's what's getting me kind of interested, at least, going like, okay, there's something here, I guess. But watching this trailer on its own, it looks like there's a lot of stuff that I would have to, like, all right, be ready to absorb all of this lore, just because it's gonna all be thrown at you, so get ready. And here's the other thing that I want to try and make sure I don't end up doing. I don't want to judge this movie for looking like a bunch of other sci-fi movies, because I know that this series of books was made before a lot of those other sci-fi properties, and so naturally it's, you know, it's gonna look like everything that we've seen before because it inspired all of those things. So, you know, I don't want to dock points for being like, oh well, this just looks like those other movies. It's like, well, I mean, yeah, it's kind of like, how do you avoid that at this point? I don't know. I mean, it's very nice looking, and I guess we'll just have to see how good of a job it does at, like, winning new people over who don't know anything about this. And that's always been very, very tricky, because, you know, you have established fan bases who, you know, for them, they need this, or they demand this stuff to be, like, shown in a certain way. But the filmmakers, most of the time, they're trying to think of, like, no, we have to present it in a way of, like, okay, you know nothing about Dune, and they have to, like, present the story in that kind of a way, as if no one's ever heard of it, you know, because a lot of people haven't, you know, like, there was one movie in the 80s, and then the book series was from the 60s, right? So, yeah, a lot of people have never even heard of this or seen any of that stuff. So, okay, well, we'll see what's going on here. Yeah, I'm curious. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. If you're a fan of Dune, let me know how excited you are, or are you worried? Does this trailer not live up to what you know? And if you've never seen Dune or heard about Dune, or know nothing about this franchise, if you're kind of like in the same boat as I am, what did this trailer do for you? And what have you seen online? Like, are you excited? Have other people gotten you excited? Did this trailer, like, make you go like, oh shit, I can't wait for that? Or are you just kind of like, it looks like a sci-fi movie, I guess? It just looks like another one of the 10 million sci-fi movies that I've seen. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.